Throughout human history, humanity has both been horribly devastated by natural disasters and somehow found a way to harness them. Uh, we use volcanic ash to enrich soil, but volcanoes also cause the sinking of multiple islands, like the Greek island of Thera. Even the most intense natural disasters, like a volcano, are a double-edged sword. So, class, today why don't we learn about two different kinds of disasters? The monsoon and tsunami are both great water disasters, but they both still have some usefulness to them. Some may vary based on the others, but these both still have something to give to humanity, not just death and destruction. So let's talk about monsoons first, huh? Right? They're pretty cool. My parents' home country of India is pretty famous for its monsoon season. And these monsoons they're used for a lot. India's agriculture completely depends on the monsoons. India is an agricultural country, which, if you don't know what that means, then please stop being in high school and go back to the elementary. But basically, it means that the country still only works on agriculture and it doesn't have a lot of industry. The agricultural GDP of India is 15% of the national GDP. So in 2009, when the monsoon season didn't come in heavily, it was a massive blow to India's economy. Like animals died and farmers suffered. Um, India is very heavily reliant on these, so when that didn't come, it just destroyed it. 25%, and India's reliant on everything on it for anything else. 25% of India's hydroelectricity is also produced in the monsoon season. So the monsoon season is pretty good, right? It does a lot of things. Not real. It also has its bad points, though. It's a nasty spreader of disease, and hospitals throughout India have to be prepared for the monsoon season, as the waves of cholera and dysentery start going up drastically during the season. They also destroy houses with how heavy the rain is, and people's livelihoods are destroyed every season. So you may be asking now, Sam, you god among men, deity 10th grader amongst us ninth grader mortals. If these monsoons were so bad and crushed people, why did people even move there in the first place? Well, you see, when you're a caveman and you don't have a lot, having reliable water is the one thing you need to survive. Suppose you're Mr. Unga Bunga, who just figured out how to make plants grow good by putting them in the ground and putting water on them. But you need, a reliable water source, and the Egyptians aren't letting you have any. So you go to this place where it floods every summer. And that's really good because you can plant your crops and they'll be watered throughout the summer. So when fall hits, your plants will be ready to go and you can feed your family throughout the year. I mean, if some houses get destroyed along the way or if some people die, it's not really an issue. You can just make more people. But finding a way to feed all of them is a much different issue. Um, so you would see why people would move into places with monsoons, right? It's just a far better the pros far outweigh the cons. But now you're asking me, what about tsunamis, huh, you idiot? What good comes out of tsunamis? First of all, calm down. Shh, children. And I'll tell you. Yes, tsunamis tend to be more bad than good. Um, they cause tons of property damage, and they kill 99,000 people per year. But tsunamis also have a lot of good that they can do, and they have shaped the history of the world. Tsunamis can help with erosion and bring sand back to beaches, which is especially important in today's global warming times, where we are losing more and more land to rising sea levels. On the other hand, tsunamis also bring up natural resources, including nutrients. Now that's important, because nutrients make good farmland, And good farmland means more crops to take your family through the winter. You can also People have also tried harnessing tsunamis for hydroelectricity. Yo, but that has gone vastly underused, and it's really hard to do. Now, people have found ways to live with tsunamis as well. People either build houses that can't be taken down by tsunamis, build houses up where the tsunamis can't hit them, or they build their houses on stilts so that big waves can't destroy their houses. So let's go back to our friend Mr. Ungabunga. Now, Mr. Ungabunga, he got kicked out of India. Poor guy. I guess he just can't find a place to settle down. And now he needs a new place, but he's looking for a place that can. He has more members of his family, and now he needs a place that can produce more crops. So he hears of these islands that have really good land for growing rice because they're so fertile. So he goes there, and he has to deal with the occasional big wave and all, but he can feed his family for decades off that land. All in all, humanity has had a pretty pretty tumultuous relationship. It's a pretty toxic relationship between natural disasters and humanity, but there is some good that comes out of it, and civilization has changed for in the better because of these natural disasters and how they affected human innovation. Now, for your assignment, I want you to write the next story of Mr. Ungabunga. Where's he going next? What natural disaster does he have to go after? But it can't be a monsoon or tsunami. No copyright. I've already copyrighted those two Mr. Ungabunga stories. Don't you dare do them. All right, bye everybody.